Yo, what it do? 762 back with another one. We got shout out to IGN Gaming. This our first look at Fortnite season 3. I thought it was season 4, but I guess that was like the Star Wars season was like a mini season, I guess. So this is season 3. So let's get into it. Been up all night.
3 is launching on June 8th, and we just got our first look. The live event is going to be this Saturday, and right after will be a long overnight downtime. So, what should you expect when you wake up? Well, the season is superhero themed, but not like the Marvel ones we've had before. This time, it'll be completely original, based on Epic's own designs, powers, and ideas. It's something a lot of people are looking forward to. Whether you've been a fan of the Marvel seasons or not, this now gives everyone a chance to love it with even crazier mythics and gameplay, and we know a lot about it. All of these superheroes are going to be a part of some kind of academy, as seen with some other concepts in the surveys. You could even spot heroes in a more casual look, so expect there to be a school where they train too. Now, not only will the pass feature these new heroes, but they'll also get their own powers. Now, don't just expect a few of these, because leakers have found they'll be a key part of the loot pool, appearing in floor loot, chests, and more. In fact, when they do drop out of chests, files indicate that you'll get an ability, materials if you're in build mode, and a consumable. No ammo, and this got me thinking. If they go full send, we might even get something like Star Wars all over again, where guns and ammo stay vaulted with only powers to use for the season. That would be crazy, but also it was unpopular during the Star Wars season, so let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Another pretty interesting thing is the return of Midas. Now, he's already been back once this chapter, returning to take charge of the gold and get the Baron under control, so it makes sense he's still around. It's said he'll use all that money to fund this new academy and resume the storyline for the chapter. He won't be the only character to return either. Daigo will finally escape the spirit realm after being corrupted by the demons, and now he'll be our villain. He's codenamed Mist Raven, so it's even possible to take over the Shogun's Arena Island mid-match. We've already seen the portal trying to open up from within, starting with electricity, then slowly activating over the last few weeks, so it makes sense that while we're taking down the Death Star, he'll be breaking free onto the island with his new version probably in the Battle Pass. We'll obviously get new POIs along the way, with the first being Utopia City. Not only do we know what this will be, but we even know where, with it completely taking over Seaport City, which is one of the main locations for Chapter 6. It'll be surrounded by a new biome, just like Lawless had, with its own color of grass, trees, and more. Think like a futuristic theme. This will likely be the home of the superhero headquarters, you know, just like Avengers Tower, or even the Baxter Building, which also ties in perfectly with the retro future theme. And there is an important movie releasing during the season, so don't be surprised if the Fantastic Four themselves show up for their long-anticipated release. Now, we've already mentioned Daigo's corrupted skin should be in the past, but who else is joining him? Well, there's a bunch of concepts you can take a look at already, and these guys are already confirmed to be the superheroes for next season thanks to this leaked icon in the files matching all of their suits.
Geico's 80.
Obviously, probably not everyone will be in the pass. We already have the code names Polarity Wind, Ashen Magnus, Bent Batten, and Spatial Travel, so you'll have to leave your guesses which ones they'll match up with. But the lineup won't be entirely heroes, especially with the same kind of suits that get pretty boring, so instead there'll be others in the mix like this chameleon skin. He's codenamed Lazy Liz and featured in the surveys with some assets already in the files, so it's very likely he's our meme skin of the season. Even with this hero theme, that won't stop Epic from making collabs. While we don't know for sure which ones will be in the Battle Pass, it is almost certain we're getting One Punch Man. That's right, we're getting another anime franchise in the game, and it's one fans have been begging for. Somehow Darth Vader was the one to leak it, with text in the files describing every skin, but one of them was wearing a yellow and red suit with a black belt, he had a bald head, and no facial features, so like literally it has to be Saitama. Now there is evidence of other collabs too, with some leakers pointing towards DC's Robin making an appearance, potentially in the past as well. Somehow we've gotten over 6 Batman outfits, but not one for a sidekick, so now might truly be the time for it. We've heard of a baton melee item in the works, so maybe he'll even get a Nightwing style. After all, Warner Bros. And DC are back on good terms with Epic, bringing back all but one of their past collabs. I'm looking at you, Black Adam. We've even got new crossovers like Ninja Batman and Adventure Time, so not only does that increase the credibility of Robin, but it also opens up the opportunity for Superman. And I know what you're thinking, he's already in the game, right? Well, he is technically locked to a Chapter 2 Battle Pass, and with the new movie right around the corner, releasing in the middle of the superhero season, like what better way to make a new one for the shop? Leakers believe we'll get him, along with a Fortress of Solitude POI in a mid-season update, replacing Masked Meadows. But it doesn't stop there. By now, we've gotten pretty used to the big update of the season giving us an insane power, like Doom's armor, Godzilla, we have the Star Destroyer, and this time it'll make us Superman. We'll get his powers with the ability to fly around, shoot lasers and more, something the original collab just never had. And speaking of, why don't I tell you about the original power that's coming too? Now there's gonna be more than one, although we only know the most about Storm Claws. Basically imagine Shuri's Black Panther claws from Chapter 5, but take away the vibranium and replace it with the Storm. It sounds crazy. Well, you'll still have the ability to slash and dash at people, but instead of activating a kinetic supercharge, you'll activate a flip. And considering these are Storm Claws, I can only imagine it'll create some sort of inverted zone just like the bottle. Now this storm stuff, it seems pretty important, and that's because there's more to it. Whether this is the superhero's main power, or perhaps even Daigo's, because we're also getting storm portals, so let me explain. Until now, we've only ever been able to use Rift-to-Go's, otherwise relying on things like porta-potty tunnels to teleport elsewhere. But now Epic is giving us that ability for ourselves. Just like the Portal game, Wraith and Apex, or even Doctor Strange and Rivals, you'll be able to place down 2 doorways that instantly teleport you between. I can already tell this thing is gonna break the game and get disabled in a matter of hours. It doesn't stop there because there's even juice for this stuff. We honestly have no idea how this will work other than the name Storm Juice, so it could be a consumable like shield potions or a liquid on the map you can walk in like the gold from Lawless. Whatever it is, it'll probably give you some kind of buff like Slap, so I'm thinking immunity from the storm. But it's not just storm features, we'll also be getting our first items from the Zero Point in years. The Zero Shard has been the story's focus pretty much all chapter, and now it'll become a smaller item we could use. You can find them across the ground and can be picked up to grant dashes, just like the original crystals from Chapter 2. There's also signs of new sprites on the way. These little guys might be disabled right now, but soon they'll be back and with new variants. We'll be able to find a 0 point version of them, which will also grant more dash charges, but this time on the go. So we got mobility on the ground, but what about in the air? Well, Epic are actually working on a brand new feature called the Glider Release. People have been crafting concepts for this since the game began, and soon you'll be able to drop your glider early to land before everyone else, at the expense of your health obviously. We'll also finally see a collab that was leaked months ago. King of the Hill has a brand new season coming up in August, and Fornite will be bringing Hank to the game to promote it shortly before. He's even got a new look for the series, which his skin will likely have an extra style for. You can also expect Season 3 to bring us the long-awaited Pets revamp. It's been 6 years since they were first introduced in the Season 6 Battle Pass, but they could only sit in a carrier on your back. Then they began to evolve with Rocket and Grogu floating around beside us, but that's as far as it went. The next step is to have animals running alongside us and actually interact with us during the match, and that's exactly what Fortnite's doing. We should see our first companions arrive next season, like Crypto for Superman, and according to leakers, owners of the original pets will also get them upgraded. But I have got no idea what the red goo is all about. It's another gameplay feature being worked on behind the scenes for next season, but that's all we know for now. Whether it'll be like a goo gun or some kind of slime on the map, we'll have to wait and see. Story fans will also be happy to hear that all the NPCs will return as well, with Hope and Jones staying on the map, while characters like Kendo, Night Rose, and Jade will also pop up once again. Even Outlaw Midas is set to be on the map along with our new Battle Pass heroes. Now, one of the weirdest collabs on the list is Poppy Playtime. Believe it or not, Mob Games actually leaked this one themselves, announcing at a press release that they have content coming up in Fortnite soon. So whether this will be a real crossover or just a UEFM map, we'll have to see. But I put Huggy in the game before, so a skin could be crazy. What's even more insane is the amount of content dropping on day one. From June 8th, we'll see the new BR season, the next season for OG, both of their passes, and a new LEGO one too. It's chaotic, but what makes it even weirder is when you realize these are both the same theme. It is no coincidence that OG transitions into Fortnite's first superhero season right as we get one years later in Chapter 6. And with the theories that OG might start becoming an alternate reality, if they find a way to connect the two seasons, it'll be really interesting. Especially if they start taking steps to maintain the player count. Right now, OG's player base is already split between 9 different playlists. We have solo, duos, and squads for both build and zero build, and then we have ranked. They were already forced to remove remove ranked no build after low players, and evidence shows they're thinking about taking away ranked in general. If so, this will only be better for the mode overall, giving more players in the normal version, so hopefully they can start to reduce the bots. Now, while there's already the guided missile in OG, there's also another in the works for the future. Whether this will arrive next season, we have no idea, but we already had the lumpy rug rocket leaked over 2 years ago, so maybe it'll finally get finished. Another strange addition is Batman's Mythics. Both the Batarangs and Grapnel Gun have been lurking in the files, but now it might finally get unvaulted. With Superman, Robin, and more DC making an appearance, the hero-themed season is the perfect time to bring these back. But they still haven't stolen the spotlight away from Marvel. Not only are they rumored to show up with Fantastic Four, but what better time than a Hero Academy to introduce more X-Men? Rocket League is set to port their collab items over soon, so we could only hope for more skins. If that wasn't enough content, there's still the next festival season just around the corner, and it's rumored to be Daft Punk. Even though they've split up, there's leaks going around that they could be the headliners, and we'll only have to wait 2 weeks after the new season to find out. Before that, we'll be running around as the brand new Apple skin. You might remember the Tart Tycoon, which Epic made to mock the company after they took away Fortnite on iOS. Well, now it's back, and Tim Sweeney revealed they planned a nice skin for them all along, so expect a Pi patron to show up any day now. There's some more skins in the works that'll be coming as a bundle. There's 3 of them with the codenames Aster, Crown, and Grove, but all with the word Order on the end. Now, we all got our hopes up that they would be IO related, but looking at the pickaxe, it seems like they'll just be 3 reskins of the golden tactical pack we already had recently. Something that has piqued a lot of players' interests is handcuffs. For some reason, the latest update included one single text string called Grab Cuffs. No idea what it's for, maybe even just a live event, but there were some concepts leaked a while ago for new cuffs in Fortnite, so maybe that's what they're up to. Anyway, that's everything we know about Season